Alright, welcome back to Kunado Chronicles. That's a nice place to live in, honestly. The next day, it's a steamy hot one, rare for Kanto, in my experience. The temperature continues to rise through the morning, and by 2 in the afternoon, I'm getting sweaty just being in my room. The humidity is high as well. The air hanging heavy around me. It must be 30 degrees. I'm sitting at my desk, writing, then tilt my head and look at the sky beyond the screens. Great weather. I wouldn't want it to be this hot every day, but I can laugh and enjoy it every once in a while.
一応ですが、双子様と遊び回っている時期も同じくらい暑い日はありました。
I frown at you's comment. I never noticed that. I was working pretty hard back then.
鍛えられたのは耐熱性ですか？
My wild nature. Then, I hear footsteps from the corridor. Tap, tap, tap. I turn around to look and see Haruhime coming in, her shoulders slumped. Eh? She doesn't greet me, just looks with narrowed eyes. I can't tell if she's angry or embarrassed or taking pity on me. I can't tell what she's thinking. After her breakdown yesterday, we parted ways at the palace and didn't see each other again. Hey! Morning, Haru! Although it's afternoon now. I gave her a greeting with a smile. No reply. She takes a few steps into the room and then collapses down, diving into my bed. Okay, that's an unexpected reaction. The ruler of Kanto has her face buried in my pillow, moaning to herself. Oh, my dear princess, whatever could it be wrong? Wait, what? It's strangely cute. What exactly are you doing?
執務室にいられません。
Haruhime shakes her head from side to side. I imagine my pillow and covers are going to smell fantastic after this. I almost start puzzling over why girls smell so good, but there's no time for that.
昨日のあの集会で一の神、いえ、8件の権威は失墜しました。
I see. That's where you're coming from. I finally glimpsed at least a corner of the situation. It sounds like she was working in her office, but after her outburst yesterday, she's not sure how to handle other people. Well, I bet everyone is smiling beneath their fox masks. Smiling at how cute Haruhime is. I don't consider it a failure, like she seems to. Indeed, she seems ready to die from embarrassment.
今後、私や8件の命令を軽視する人間が出るかもしれません。
Even if they do, it will only be a small number. I'm sure most people like the swords even more now, seeing your humanity. I give a shrug to fend off the cloud hovering over Haruhime.
ごく少数とはいえ、今後のカントの生活を脅かす存在になるかもしれません。
And we already have the guard to deal with them.
力で抑えれば遺恨を残します。
When I say deal, I don't necessarily mean deadly force. Those who would turn against the swords are those who are starting to become individuals.
うん。なるほど。
Heading into more positive territory, Haruhime stands back up.
お金を偽造しようとした者に罰を与えるのではなく、役立てようとした話と似ているわけですね。
Still, that isn't going to erase what happened yesterday.
おとり。
Haruhime drops back down into my bed, sound effect included. Honey, you're running away in embarrassment again, huh? That feels like a safe joke to make. In which case, you can sleep a little longer in my bed. If you haven't had enough rest, extend it a little longer. For what reasons? Don't worry about it. I mean, I care about you. Your health. I attempt to get back to my writing.
なぜそれほど反応が軽いのですか？
Haruhime's sleepy comment has a little seriousness mixed in. Just a little. I keep my tone light too, while mixing in a little seriousness of my own. Simple. Kado is heading in the right direction now, regardless of what we do.
それがあなたの成果ですか？
Haruhime finally stands up. The thought of her combing her rumpled hair with her fingers is super sexy. What you achieved by letting me do whatever I want. This is what she wanted, and she believed in me. What we're talking about is the end of rule of counter by Kotodama users.
言霊使いの統治の終わりですか。
Haruhime repeats my statement, attempting to understand it. And recording this, you, would that mark the end of the fourth civilization?
興味深い見解ですね。
At the mention of her name, you speaks up.
第4期である関東は滅びていませんが、
And sometimes it's nice for times to change peacefully.
そうですね。
You evil
敵地に
machine.
滅ぼされたり、人間同士で殺し合ったり、
Civilizations
そう
doesn't
いう
always
勇
have to
敢な
end.
記録ばかりを後世の方にお伝えするのは心苦しいことでした。
You don't consider the Kodama ruler Haru being taken away by some else about to be a tragedy?
オーナーを馬の骨とは表現しませんが、微笑ましい分岐点だと判断します。第4期の終わりの象徴を私の集体にするのはおやめくださいませんか？
Haruhime bemoans her sobbing session going down in history. Sounds like I need to reach the vibration source and end this fourth civilization that way.
前向きなお考えです。
You offers praise? Oh shit. Had I had this episode without having myself in here. Thank you. But Haruhime tells her head. Sure. Haruhime shakes her hand. So was I, if I'm honest. Her embarrassment had made me think it might be better not to approach this too seriously. That seems to have had the opposite effect, however. I need to console her. I take a moment to think. Oh, don't worry, we will give the our chance to get you plowed like snow. Haruhime mutters, mean it to herself. But your Kotodama nature means the truth still comes out. Having such a serious, smart girl be so vulnerable in front of me is so cute. Super cute. Haruhime speaks lively. Her face suddenly tightens, looking concerned. Oh my fucking god.
それでも昨日のあれは真っ当な男女の告白なのか確信がなかったもので。
It was a little bit weird. Also, sorry, Jesus. Technical issues.
だからいつもと同じように振る舞われてしまうと寂しいではありませんか。
Haruhime slumps her shoulders and looks up at me. I want to grab her and kiss her. I don't, but I want to. But maybe I should. We're an item now. A kiss might be just what her pouty lips need. Curse this logical lump of steel that access my brain. I've committed too much thought and the moment has passed. This is not a time to be taking in how cute my bored and concerned looking girlfriend is. I'm sorry, I didn't want to upset you. First, a direct apology.
はい。兄様のお気遣いは最初から分かっております。
And
私が泣き言を言っているだけです。甘えているのですね。
Haruhime gives a troubled smile. We're the same, in that we always engage our heads first. It's perfectly normal to want to do those things with your partner, and I'm happy you need me for them. I gently reach out with one hand. I want to place it on Haruhime's cheek. My words are bold, but my arm is actually quivering with nerves. Haruhime just looks at the hand coming towards her. She doesn't reject it. The palm of my hand touches her cheek. Haruhime's mouth opens a little while she places her own hand over mine.
温かいです。
Haruhime pressed my hand into her cheek. Soft and warm. I feel the same sensations. But then I realized that, with the day being so hot, my hand is also damp with sweat. I'm sorry. My hand's all sweaty.
同じことを考えていました。私の顔が汗まみれで兄様の手を汚してしまったかもと。
That possibility still doesn't mow us apart. She doesn't say anything else for a while, rubbing her cheek against my hand as though to confirm what it feels like. Her expression looks completely secure and relaxed. Like a kitten. The scene is sweet and pleasant, and though I realize it's rather uncouth of me, seeing this cute girl in front of me and touching her is getting me excited.
率直に言えば、私は男女の仲について全く経験がありません。
Haruhime lets out a breath as she speaks. Her lips touch my hand as she move. At least Yuri got the gist of it the moment we started dating her.
女として私が男性を引っ張っていく方が良いと分かっているのですが、情けないことです。
I feel the same way. I can't contain a chuckle. Gender roles are reversed in Kanta, but this time I'm on top of that from the start. We both want to take the lead, but we're both unsure of how to do it. Best just lay our cards on the table from the start. This is my first time too. I don't have a clue either.
その割にユーリや茜や葵と良い雰囲気になっていたようですが。
Nothing gets past you. She seems emboldened by bringing this up. You hungry little crying kitten, you. Just stay quiet and look at each other. Aren't you scared? This isn't coming from her. It's coming from me. Love in an ancient Japan had a standardized process to follow. People would date, perhaps a few times, compare their affection for each other, kiss, and then proceed further. The touching of the skin is the affirmation of love. But love encounter is primarily a reproductive act, centered on the concept of population control. An important duty, carrying obligations and responsibilities. The feeling of love itself might not even be required. It's not that either situation is wrong, just different. Haruhime understands that difference and has maintained the respect for the old ways until now. Until this happened. Until yesterday. Which means today.
Nisama.
Yeah? Haruhime is the one who breaks the silence.
私も兄様のお顔に触れていいですか
Yeah, sure. I accept your request. Just like I did, Haruhime reaches forward slowly, still making sure to keep me these. She touches my face. From her eyes, her fingers, her hand, and her warmth, I sense love.
改めて触れてもどこが鉄で作られているのかわからない柔らかい肌ですね
No, yeah, I guess not. I'm not accustomed to being called soft, and it makes my heart race a bit. I must be feeling a bit shy about it, because her touch makes my face burn like I have a fever, and sweat beads form on my forehead.
表情は落ち着いていらっしゃるのに兄様でも顔を赤くされるのですね
Haruhime gives a laugh as she peers at me. She isn't teasing me, it's just the truth, but it's still embarrassing. Haruhime seems embarrassed too, but her face isn't all that red. But there's sweat on her skin as well, and the smell of woman starts to fill the room.
昨日は頭がどうにかなっていましたが落ち着いて触れていると人の体温は暖かくて安心しますね
Yes, yes, and the human flesh is delicious.
本当に
I
人
mean,
の
what?
暖かさはとても不思議です
Haruhime's hand moves away from my cheek. Like a blind person viewing the face of someone else, her fingers trace my eyebrows, my eyelids, and my nose. Then to my lips.
柔らかい
Her index finger presses into the resistance of my lips and presses them gently apart. Her innocent curiosity and delicate head movements allure me. Your eyes are sparkling.
すみません自分でも驚きましたがこうやって時間をかけて人に触れた経験がほとんどないもので
I see. Haruhime starts to laugh. It's like the feelings inside her are bubbling out, almost uncontrollably.
人に触れる感覚が気持ちよくてちょっと癖になってしまっているかもしれません茜と葵が2人で手をつないでいたりよく人にくっついているのも分かってしまいますね
That same man never touched you much? I look down at her hands while I ask. In Tsubama's story, which provided the impetus for melting Haruhime's heart, Natsuhime had put the young Tsubame on her knee.
姉様が私に与えてくれたものは言葉ばかりでした
Haruhime is still smiling, but her hand on my face stops moving. Her body freezes up a little. I remember being told how the children of Kanto aren't raised by their birth parents. Once their powers have been determined, they are placed with a suitable group of similar children. It's a different system from ancient Japan, but these kids still have a family. They might be removed from their biological parents, but they have plenty of adults and siblings around to give them affection. Kanto itself is their family, but Haruhime is different. Due to being a katadama user, she was placed with just her sister, a human girl raised by a god.
子供の私が転んで膝をすりむき、痛くて泣いていると、姉様はこう言いました。痛くない。痛みも傷も消えました。ある冬のとても寒い日、かじかんで真っ赤になった手を見て、姉様はこう言いました。寒くない。寒さも赤い色も消えました。
Haruhime's tone is light. Resigned these facts.
姉様に悪気はなく、愛情もあったのだと思います。ただ、彼女自身の世界に言葉しかなく、それで全てが済んでしまったのでしょう。
Well, she was someone who couldn't tell the difference between cherry blossoms and snow. Not the kind of world a normal person could comprehend.
そう。姉様は桜と雪の区別がつかないと言っていましたが、よく知っていますね。
I've been asking around about Natsuhime recently, although I don't recall who I heard that nugget from. And you were raised by Natsuhime? So you thought words alone were enough when interacting with others?
そうですね。無知な子供でした。
Her smile looks a little bitter.
無知であることも、子供であることも、今も変わりないのかもしれませんが。
It seems like Haruhime wants to go on, but then she stops. She looks at me wordlessly. The atmosphere around her has changed. Her breathing has intensified a little, and I feel it close on my face.
兄様、兄様、もっと兄様に触れたい。私を大人にしてください。
Haruhime pushes herself towards me, and one more step and bodies will be pressed tight. My heart is jumping, cold sweat on my skin, and I tremble. She senses my reaction and stops moving forward.
まだダメですか?
Haruhime looks down. No, that's not that. Don't get sexually frustrated already. I shake my head, feeling desperate. I want to kiss her. I want to entwine our bodies. Not because Haruhime wants it, because I do. I wouldn't have told her my feelings if that wasn't the case. I promised to make her happy, but my body and my heart seem to be reflexively repelling her. My breathing becomes ragged. My chest aches. It turns dark in front of my eyes. The biggest blow was that with Yuri and the twins, it didn't come to this. I can think up dirty jokes and make lewd comments so casually. What main character couldn't? But with Haruhime, I simply can't do that. Haruhime raises her face again. I expect her to be angry. I expect her to be sad. There is no reason for her to have a bright, cheerful look on her face. And yet...
兄様、怖がらなくてもいいのよ。
There is a smile on her face. Not a smile to put me at ease. A bright and cheerful smile.
私、ようやくわかりました。
You really are a bottom bitch. Wait, what did you say? Huh? You do? Why? The heavy weight on my chest and Harime's bright smile are so at odds with each other, I'm stunned for a moment. What does she understand? I'm still puzzling even as she grabs both of my hands.
私は最初、あなたが最後の一戦で人を寄せつけないのは、機械の体であることを気にしているか、古代の感覚のせいかと思いました。でも、ユーリや双子と親しくするあなたを知り、それは間違いだと知りました。それなら単に、私が愛される対象ではないのかと思いました。でも、兄様は私を選んでくださいました。その気持ちが嘘偽りでないことも、触れていればわかります。あなたは顔に触れられることや、唇を重ねることには、拒絶を示しません。それでもあなたは、最後の一戦で、何かを怖がっている。
Because I'm a coward.
違います。
Harihime instantly shoots down my muttered comment.
兄様は私と愛し合うことが何かの計画のうちにあると懸念しているのですね。
Yeah. That's the core of my issue here. The final shackle that stops me from moving forward. Harime's statement makes it clear that I'm not just imagining things. Professor said that she thinks that Kodadama users are some kind of device with an almost mechanical role to play in the world. I clutch my chest and look up at the ceiling.
自然が望む必要な場所と時間に必要なことをするためにいる。
Harihime calms herself as she talks.
そうであれば、極まった言霊使いとして黒髪を打倒した姉様の先、残された私と兄様の役割とは何かと。
She's thinking the same thing as me. She's one of the two Kodadama users in question, so of course she is.
あなたの役割は、敵機の声を聞き、千年の争いに終止符を打つこと。
I can't deny that. Even Natsuhime failed to make contact with the vibration source. The only one with any hope of achieving that is myself, with my metal body. It's not about abilities, but conditions. Not about my role, but my own intent.
私の役割は、姉様とあなたをつなぐことでしょうか。
I can't deny that either. When I awoke, if there hadn't been a Kodadama user here to guide me, things would have gone right off the rails. The basic nature of the Kodadama is not to dominate, but to connect. Connection? Our roles must also be connected too. The two of us coming together has to be part of someone's plan. Someone, somewhere, for some reason. A scenario written by an unseen hand. A program created by an unknown force. It's not complicated. It's not even fatalistic. As a human from the old world, I'm accustomed to just juicy trope. When I reach the Teki vibration source, I'll have to make a final decision. Side with the humans? Side with the Teki? Both sides are aiding me, because they want me to pick them in the end. Easy to understand. Totally fucking annoying. And in that situation, the biggest weight humanity can hope to place around my neck is love.
人は絶望に逆らえても、愛情には逆らえない。
Haruhime murmurs. It sounds like she's been following along with my train of thought. I nod, affirming her statement. If I fall in love with you, I'll do whatever I can to protect humanity. No, more than that. Who cares about humans or the future of humanity? I do throw everything away, just to protect you, just for one person. A hostage? What a truly human plan to enact. Haruhime quietly accepts my words. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I don't need to know the reason I'm alive, or allow myself to be used in some great plan. But taking every factor into account, I can make a final decision. I can choose whatever I want to choose for myself. But Haru, I'm still not sure how I feel about your feelings being used in such a plan. I can't cross the final line without letting her know everything. I bow to the tropes too. I want to make you happy. That is my shackle. My desire. The final branching path that we had to choose together. Haruhime closes her eyes. She quietly accepts everything. She's the one who can draw the correct answer out from the situation.
兄様
Yeah? Calling for me? Haruhime opens her eyes again.
兄様あなたの答えはとても正しく、だからこそ間違っています。
She is still smiling like a brilliant flower? Completely wrong. I thought I was taking charge here, but I guess not. I made some kind of mistake.
途中までは私も同じ考えです。何かに誘導されていることは私も承知していました。あなたが鉄器に作られた人間であるならまだしも、1000年前の人間であるだけならまだしも、言霊使いというのはできすぎです。それでも兄様がカントに希望と幸せをもたらしてくれるのなら、その誘導に乗ろうと考えていました。損はありませんから。
Haruhime's tone is relaxed and vibrant. It sounds like she's really enjoying herself.
しかし、私はそれほど賢いものではないのです。あなたが教えてくれた本当の私は、愚かで感情的でわがままな子供です。私は、あなたを心の底から愛してしまいました。今は心が熱く晴れやかで、幸せというものが何か分かりかけています。そう、幸せとはこういうことです。
Haruhime grabs my hands tightly. Then she pulls me towards her. I thought she was going to hold me, but instead I found myself floating in the air, free from any kind of support. This is completely unexpected, and without any other recourse. I tumble to the floor.
よし。
Oh no, whatever I will do. Oh great, skipping options does not even properly work. So I'm gonna be sitting here for a while. Oh fuck. And we're done. Let's just go straight to port after recording. Me, my sister, my lover, my beloved, especially my sister. Kiki. Oh, hi.
ようやくあの子たちは互いの愛を確かめ合いましたか。
I had my face with the parasol on my shoulder, talking to myself. It took them long enough with all that self-aware cleverness. So sweet. That almost sounded like she wanted to say self-aware bullshit. So lovely.
さて、これで私の側の条件はすべて整いました。あなたとの戦いも終わりが見えてきました。準備はよろしいですか、黒髪。
Twirling my parasol, I speak aloud, looking for some reaction in the vicinity. The still classroom remains silent, but I sense the presence of something. Not something cold and frozen, but something capable of speech.
夏姫。
You?
なるほど。あなたですか。
I spread my free hand towards the distant voice.
あなたは腕輪でしたね。
I gather metal into the palm of my hand. There's plenty of it from the surrounding space. It forms into the bracelet that he wears out in reality.
これで少しは話しやすくなりましたか？
The bracelet does not reply. But even if it doesn't speak, there's a definite presence there.
腕輪の AI、ユウでしたね。最近彼が意識を失っている最中、あなたが体の主導権を得ている様子がありますね。
That seems to have been sending him wandering around into unexpected places.
まあ、鉄器の共振源とつながってはいないが、彼の体に含まれていて、すでにして鉄器に汚染されたあなたは、ここへつながりやすいのでしょう。
Still no reply. The bracelet accepts him as its owner, but I'm a different story. My body is human. I think a corrupted bracelet isn't going to start chatting with any old human stranger.
それでも、私に近づいてくるとは、あなたも、いじらしいものですね。
I touched the surface of the bracelet. I was still brushing it off. Now maybe it will talk to me.
夏姫様、オーナーをお救いください。
Eh? What did Haruhime do to us?
植栽ですね。
I wasn't expecting
Scintillating.
scintillating, okay. Settling conversation exactly, but cutting straight to the chase is kinda boring.
我はまがごとも一言、よごとも一言、言い放つ神。
It's been a while since I said those words.
言霊使いは、どのような願いであっても、正しく聞き届けるものだそうです。そう。正しく聞き届ける。どのような願いでも叶えるものではありません。
I gave a laugh.
関東を救いください。
Eh?
黒髪を打倒してください。姉様。
I repeat those words from the past. Listening to them and granting them. That's two different things. Very different, Haru.
AI である私に、あなたのような人間ではない人間の語る言葉は、正しく理解できません。
As I think to myself, the bracelet speaks. Still very direct, not much fun.
彼を助けるとは、どういう意味でしょう。オーナーの足を止めてください。それは、彼の願いではないでしょう。
He's been pushing forward all this time. He isn't going to stop now. The promised hope and happiness is right there, right in front of him.
あなたは人の言葉を真似ているだけの道具。
I stroked the metal bracelet. If I had human senses, I might have felt a cold from the surface, but I feel nothing at all. I wonder if the bracelet is feeling any warmth from me.
道具であるあなたは、オーナーである彼の願いに協力することが存在意義ではないのですか？
That shuts the bracelet up. Even a toy that copies words can hesitate, it seems.
私は鉄器に汚染され、壊れています。そうであれば、オーナーに逆らうことも可能です。なるほど。
So that's the loophole here. A sweetie indeed. But I also sense the strangeness of there being no soul behind the words.
オーナーを止めてください、夏姫様。鉄器の共振源への接触などしてはいけないのです。オーナー自身も、春姫様も、優里様や双子様も、誰も彼も、ただ一つのことをあえて見逃しています。そうであれば、私は オーナーが共振源へたどり着いてはいけない理由を言葉にできません。
まあ、そうですね。
I understand this too. One thing, they must have worked it out by now. What it means to reach the source. What it means to end the fighting. A fate that cannot be escaped. A program put in place from the beginning. The conclusion of a hero.
人が彼にとっての人質として春への愛情を用意したように、鉄器も彼が鉄器へ帰るための布石は打っている。
I speak it out loud to ensure the AI knows I understand what he's telling me. From the moment he awoke, a detailed program has been depicted in order to avoid him making those decisions that would end with a human victory.
とはいえ、黒髪、あなたはやはりまるで人間が理解できていないのですね。
I speak not to the bracelet but to the void around me.
精緻な計画であっても、避けられぬ結末であっても、人は前に進み続けます。陳腐なものですが、彼は強い子です。必ずここを訪れ、鉄器の共振源に触れるでしょう。そして、
I stop speaking. If I see it, it will happen. So I hold my tongue. Even for this inevitable conclusion, I do feel a shard of sadness. I still have some human emotions. That's why I want to know.
私はまだ暖かいのかしら。
I can't tell. Even if I touch myself, I don't feel the warmth, so I don't know.
夏姫様。
The bracelet almost sounds clingy. No, it's trying to console me.
あなたもおかしな鉄器ですね。
I can't keep it alive.
ユウ、あなたの願いを叶えることはできませんが、希望を与えましょう。あなたのオーナーであるシンがここへ至るためには、あと一つ。最後に、越えなければいけない壁があります。
最後の壁。
そう。彼は、私や鉄器の計画とは無関係に、シンの足を止めるために立ちふさがるでしょう。
Yay.
彼とシンは戦うことになるでしょう。彼こそが最大の不確定要素なのです。
彼。
Yeah, Bob! The bracelets must be considered candidates, but by specifying... stop clicking! By specifying a male, there aren't many to choose from. This only gives the bracelet more questions.
あの方にはオーナーの足を止める理由もなければ、戦力差で言っても不可能なことではありませんか？
そうですね。
I admit it.
彼にはシンと戦う理由も力もありません。でも彼は必ず立ちふさがります。そういう人です。
I know who he is. I know him.
そして彼には力はありませんが強いですよ。
どういうことでしょうか？
The bracelet sounds serious. I smile. I doubt this conversation has gone exactly as I expected.
だってあの人は私を殺すために八剣になったのですから。
What? Wow. I'll end this here. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. It's free. Thank you.